Vale, 2, 3, lanza, adelante.
Good evening, welcome to the first game of 2020. It's a derby, a Barcelona derby between Espanyol and Football Club Barcelona. Good way to kick off the year, I think. And week 19, of course, of Barcelona and Espanyol with plenty to play for this evening. Barcelona 1 point behind the men in white in the league, so a victory takes them back to the top of the table. Espanyol, well, oh dear me, it's the other end of the table. You have to look for them. 10 points, just 10 points this season, and you won't be surprised to know that that means they are bottom of the table, 4 points behind Leganés, who picked up a useful point on Friday. So Espanyol desperately keen to make an impression this evening. They line up with Diego Lopez in goal, the back four of Didac Villa, Naldo, Bernardo and Javi Lopez, one of many Lopez in this Espanyol squad. And in midfield, Sergi Darder, David Lopez, Marc Roca, Victor Gomez, and up front, Jonathan Caleri and Oscar Melendo. On the bench for the locals, Prieto, Lopez, another Lopez, Luis Lopez, Adrià Pedrosa, Wu Li, Iturraspe, Vargas and Capuano. There are the two captains in the middle of the field. Javi Lopez, the captain for Espanyol, Marc Roca and Sergi Darder. They're celebrating 100 games apiece in Espanyol colours. They're being applauded before the game begins. I think the two teams aren't going to change round, so Espanyol will attack the goal to her left. Barcelona in the opposite direction, of course, and they line up with Neto making his league debut in goal for Barca. A back four of Sergio Roberto, Piqué, Longley and Jordi Alba. In midfield, Rakitic, Busquets and De Jong. And up front, Griezmann, Luis Suarez and some Argentinian chap. Yes, Leo Messi, of course. Leo Messi, he's scored more goals this season than Espanyol's whole team. Gives you an indication of both the strength of Leo Messi and the weakness, of course, of Espanyol. They're not too tight at the back either, but we shall see. It is a derby, and of course, Espanyol led by an ex-Barcelona player, Abelardo, making his debut, the third coach of the season for Espanyol. Barca led by Valverde. The game is underway, and Barca playing in their Catalan top, the yellow with red stripes. There's Piqué. The biggest whistles will be reserved for him. Neto getting the ball off Gerard Piqué, just pinging it out there to Longley. Griezmann finds Alba. I think Alba's not the favourite of the local fans either, so dare say he'll be getting a few whistles. But once again, Gerard Piqué, the main target. Piqué, interestingly enough, just in before he came on in the players' tunnel, studying how it was made, and you just think, well, he doesn't stop, does he? Back to the action. It's Barcelona in possession on the halfway line. Jordi Alba to Suarez. Little ball inside there for De Jong. He's put under pressure. Javi Lopez, the Espanyol captain, comes away with it. Poor ball. Was there a hold there? Espanyol seem to think so. Play continues. It's very important, of course, for the blue and whites to get into this game early on and really put a little pressure on Barcelona, because Barcelona do come in big favourites this evening. And the Super Cup to come on Thursday. Barca taking on Atletico Madrid on Wednesday, Real Madrid, Valencia, and then the final next Sunday. Barca have the ball inside their own half with Piqué. Piqué crossfield ball out to the far side. Alba combining nicely with Griezmann. Chance to play this ball in. Comes off a defender. Oh, Rakitic looked to swing at that one, didn't time it well. The ball's clear, but picked up inside the Barca half, and no doubt you know who by. Piqué wearing gloves there, out to Longley. De Jong on the left-hand side of the midfield trio. Swivels, plays it back to Longley. Longley, Piqué. Forward now to Rakitic, Busquets, Messi. Messi turns away from one, advancing, still got the ball in the end. There was 3 players around him, they came away with it, and it'll be interesting to see how Espanyol cope. In recent times they've played with a 5 at the back formation more often than not, but Abelardo's come in, a little more attack-minded, I think, in a way. 4-4-2. I know what you mean. 5 at the back can also mean 3 at the back with the wing-backs, but they're often pinned back when you're playing a team of this quality. Once again, Piqué with that crossfield ball to Alba, looking for the 1-2 with Messi. Ball just cut out at the last moment there by young Victor Gomez, who pumps it forward. There's a little bit of a battle there. Longley getting the better of Caleri. Caleri, though, does come away with the ball, plays it in. Piqué with a neat back heel. But the fans appreciating the fight put into that challenge there by Jonathan Caleri. Something West Ham fans didn't see when he was playing for them. Barca enjoying more of the possession, but Espanyol initially showing a fair bit of fight in the opening few moments here. 20 games since Espanyol beat Barcelona. Free kick though now on this near side for the Blue and Whites, one that they will swing in towards the edge of the penalty area. Will be taken by Mark Roca. Long ball to the back post. Naldo gets a head on it, but Bernardo, oh, he does get it, gets it away from De Jong, and the ball into the box, headed away by Piqué. Espanyol have got, ooh, that was a hard challenge there on Jordi Alba. Alba's stayed down. Javi Lopez not in agreement. Initially looked like hard but fair. Well, certainly in the Premier League, he's got all of the ball, but then he knew. It was good refereeing, I think, because Delcero Grande, the referee this evening, I think realised that, as Victor Lopez, or Javi Lopez did, sorry, that yes, he did get the ball, but there was a knee following through. Piqué out to Sergio Roberto. Espanyol pushing forward, the ball back to Neto on his league debut 5 minutes into the game. Now Longley to Piqué. Into the middle, into Sergio Busquets. Busquets returns the ball to Gerard Piqué. Piqué just on the halfway line, plenty of time there, was looking for the run from Alba. He got the run, didn't see something he liked there, so the ball down the right-hand side now, from Roberto to Messi. Messi back to Sergio Roberto. Messi, oh, that stroke ball, it's a beauty for Alba. Alba picks up on the far side, doesn't get enough on it, and Suarez, well, looked like Suarez bumped into Javi Lopez. That's what he thought and wanted to persuade the referee happened, but it'll be a throw-in to Barca in line with the penalty spot. Alba gives the ball to Suarez. Back to Busquets. Brings in Piqué. Roberto into the middle to Rakitic. Rakitic, shirt pull there on him. That will be the Barca free kick. It was an innocent enough shirt pull. If you can have such a thing, well, yes, you can. When there's no attacking going on, no potential attack where they're just dilly-dallying in the middle. And so, what a ball by De Jong there. Oh, just out of reach of Sergio Roberto, but good vision from De Jong, a good run from Sergio Roberto. The ball not quite where he wanted it. At the moment, Dardere supporting Caleri up front. Oscar Melendo, the player to watch, I think, the number 14 for Espanyol. One of those players that maybe hasn't developed as much as you would have thought, but difficult when you're in a team struggling quite so much. So Espanyol get a free kick inside the Barca half, and a little bit of a disagreement. Jordi Alba, one of the players involved, Alba. Victor Gomez. It's always a tough game for the referee, any derby is, isn't it? But when you've got little brother against big brother, or little cousin against big cousin, then yeah, it can be testing for the man in the middle. Free kick taken, played into the box, headed up across the area by Bernardo, but out for a goal kick. So neither team has tested the keeper or put a really good ball into the box so far, but nice pace to the game. We always like a good rhythm to start off with. Piqué and Neto playing it short, now down the middle to De Jong. De Jong does well there to come away from two, and he's really settled in, hasn't he? And it gives it to Roberto. Roberto forward to Messi. Messi, a good feint, can get around the second player, but Naldo. Oh, and Naldo has given the ball away to Suarez. Suarez is inside the penalty area and can't get the shot up, but Griezmann picks up the loose ball, gives it to Alba, back to Busquets, and it was almost a mistake there by Naldo. You don't want to give Suarez the ball on the edge of the box. Barca maintain possession, but almost give it away. Now De Jong under pressure. De Jong, a confident young man, isn't he? You do see him with the ball, and he doesn't really care who's trying to take it off him, because often or not they don't succeed. Back to the action. It's Alba playing out to the left to Griezmann. Back he'll go to Alba. Switch of play to Sergio Roberto. Roberto Rakitic. Roberto surging down the right, plays it in, comes off Bernardo. It'll be a first corner of the game to Barcelona, and then you get a sense of Barcelona beginning to take control with Sergio Roberto on another run down the right. That's his second of the game. Good gestures there as well there. The ball came off for a corner. Somebody asked Roberto, was that penalty? And Roberto said, no, hit his face. And it's lucky when players are honest. It doesn't happen often enough. Leo Messi with the corner then. Right-hand side as we look. Swings into the near post. The ball headed away by captain Javi Lopez. It'll be a second corner for FCB.